Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this YouTube ads tutorial, we're going to be going through a simple 5-step process to grow your channel using YouTube discovery ads. So this tactic is going to work whether you're at 100 subscribers or you're at 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. These are the exact same strategies I personally use to attract over 1 million views to my channel and blast past that 10,000 subscriber mark. So with that, let's go ahead, jump into my screen, and I'll walk you through exactly how you can use YouTube ads to grow your channel quickly.
And the very first step to using YouTube ads to promote your channel is creating a channel trailer or channel promotion. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You can see an example here that works relatively well. It's just a 1.5-minute video, 90 seconds of me talking through why someone should subscribe to the channel and the type of content they can expect and how it's going to benefit them in the long run as an entrepreneur or aspiring digital marketer. So for your channel, you want to think of why do people watch and just come up with a quick video. Again, it doesn't have to be fancy. You can check this one out. All it is me talking in front of the camera. And the reason that you want one that's not a usual content video is because your watch time is going to be very, very low with YouTube ads. So if you take one of your content videos, you take one of your normal videos, and you start driving traffic to it, it's actually going to hurt your watch time, and the organic reach of that video is going to go way, way down. So that's why it's important to have a video like this where it's just for your YouTube ads and it's not going to hurt any of your channel content. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. So once you have that, if you're curious about how to structure that, or if you're looking for a done for you script, there's a link in the description to another YouTube ads tutorial that actually goes through my entire process for writing a 90-second script. And so you can just copy paste that for yourself. So the next step is to head over to googleads.com or just search Google Ads, and you're going to be setting up something called a Google Ads account, and this is going to allow you to run YouTube ads. So it'll just be connected to your Gmail address, or if you don't have a business Gmail address, I'd actually recommend setting up a separate Gmail address just for AdWords. Sorry, not AdWords, Google Ads, because they changed it. Now it's just Google Ads. No more AdWords. So if you ever see anything about AdWords, Google Ads, they're the same thing now. And once you have that, you're going to be able to log into your account. And this is step number 3, where we're actually going to be putting together a campaign. So this is what your dashboard will look like. Of course, you won't have any campaigns in here yet. You can see I have a lot of campaigns because I am a meticulous tester and I test every little variable, so you can be pretty confident that what I'm sharing with you, this is after a few $100s in ad spend. So we'll go ahead and you'll click on campaigns, and then you'll click this big blue cross button to set up your first campaign. Now, there is a process for connecting your channel to your YouTube ads account. And so if you're not quite sure how to do that, you can just come up here to Tools, and then you'd click on Connected Accounts, Linked Accounts, and then you can come over here to YouTube and you click on Details, and you'll be able to easily connect your YouTube account to your Google Ads account. And you can connect your YouTube account to multiple different YouTube Ads accounts. So you're definitely not locked into the one that you're making now. So we're back here at the new campaign. We're going to click Custom because we don't want to have a specific goal. And we're going to go ahead and click on Video, and we'll continue. So we're actually going to be doing discovery ads, but I will get to that in a second here. It's just going to load. And with the new interface update, it's actually very, very easy to set up your first campaign, which is what we're going to do right now. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and give our campaign a name. I'm just going to say promotion channel 1. Now with the budget, we're doing $5 a day, but we're actually going to split this across 2 different campaigns because we want to see which targeting type actually works the best. That'll be in the next step, but just for now, let's leave it at daily, and we're going to put it at $2.50. Now, delivery method, you can have standard or accelerated. Let's not do accelerated. We don't need to get fancy. Just leave it as normal. The start and end dates, we can leave these alone. YouTube networks, we'll just uncheck display network. I'm going to go through this relatively fast. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on each one of these, you can check out the link in the description to a 54-minute playlist video where I go through all of this. So languages, we're going to go ahead and just check English for now, and of course whatever language your ideal subscriber speaks, that's what you're going to want to go ahead and put in here. So for location, just target your home country to start. Like, just keep it simple, target your home country unless you're being super advanced for some reason and you're targeting multiple countries. But definitely just start with one country. You can always get more complicated in the future. And bidding strategy, maximum cost per view. So that's what CPV stands for, cost per view. And finally, we have inventory type, and this is where I differ from a lot of advertisers. I click on expanded inventory because if it's an ideal subscriber for me, I don't care what they're watching. I don't judge subscribers for what they do or do not watch on YouTube. I just want to connect with them and show them my awesome content. So I'm just going to click expanded territory. If you're doing this for a client or you're concerned about branding or whatever, you can do these other two. But really, if you do those other two, your costs are going to be higher. So just keep that in mind. Excluded labels, we're going to click on this, and we don't want to show up on embedded or live streams or games. We want people just watching normal things there. And we can click on additional settings, and this will be devices. Leave that alone. And for frequency capping, we're doing discovery ads, so there's no need to cap the frequency. If we were doing in-stream ads, you definitely probably want to cap it at 2 to 3 impressions per day, just so they aren't seeing your ad or your face over and over again every time they try to watch a video. With discovery ads, we'll get to that in a second, they have to click on it, so it's not as annoying. Now we've actually finished the campaign. That's all we have to do to set up the campaign. So now we're going to go ahead and create our first ad group, and I'm just going to call this A1 Affinity for Audience 1 Affinity, and this is where we're going to get into our targeting. So our bidding, we don't need to go more than 5 cents. Nope, 0.5. You don't need to go more than 5 or 10 cents when you're starting. Personally, I recommend starting at 5 cents. You can always bring the cost up if you're finding that people aren't responding to your ads. But Google will spend what you let it. So if you set it to 10 cents, your costs are going to be higher than if you set it at 5 cents or 3 cents. Popular bid adjustment, no need. Demographics and audiences. So if you are a data nerd like myself, what you can do is you can go into your YouTube dashboard and you can look at the ages and demographics of the particular people that are already subscribed to you, and then you can go ahead and change these here. Personally, I'm just going to leave them alone because I want subscribers. I'm not trying to make sales here. Now, content, here's where we get into the targeting. So this is where you're going to be spending the majority of your time when it comes to figuring out what type of campaign is going to work to attracting subscribers to your channel. So for this particular instance, we're actually going to be using audiences. So I'm going to click on audiences here. And you have a couple. You have in-market and affinity. Because we're looking for subscribers, we're going to do affinity. In-market is going to be more expensive because that's where all the people who are selling stuff, they're targeting those, so the cost per view is going to be higher. So we're going to go into affinity here, and then we just want to look for audiences that Google's already set up for us that represent the type of people we want to target, the type of people we think would be good fits for our channel. And you don't want to choose more than 3. So 3 maximum per ad group. You can always, if you find more, you can always make another ad group inside of this campaign and target some other ones. So I'm just going to pause here and choose 3. And after a quick little search here, I have social media enthusiasts, avid business news readers, and business professionals. So these audiences would be good to test, trying to find fellow entrepreneurs and digital marketers who'd be interested in this channel's content. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave those there, and then we can scroll down, and this is where we actually create our video ad. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to right click to grab the video URL, and I'm just going to drop it right in here, Control V, and this is where you get to choose in-stream or discovery. So an in-stream ad is one of those ads that pops up and you have the ability to skip it in the first 5 seconds of the video. Whereas video discovery ads, they show up around YouTube. So they'll show up in the search, the top of search results, they'll show up as a top suggested video, and this is what we want because we want to have people clicking on our video and then watching it for our channel trailer because the cost per view is going to be lower and you're starting a relationship with a subscriber in a more native way to YouTube. Just think about it for a second. If all of your subscribers come off a in-stream video, we don't want to start a long-term relationship with your subscribers by interrupting something they're trying to watch. Now, after they've subscribed, or if you're trying to sell a product or service, interrupting, I'm all for that. But when it comes to actually just trying to get subscribers, build that initial relationship, let's not be as pushy because we're thinking about the long term here. And your costs, of course, are going to be cheaper. So we're going to go ahead and do discovery ad. And so here, typically I just have the thumbnail and then we'd come up with a little headline and then description 1, description 2. Really, the first 5 or 6 words of the headline is the most important. Most people aren't reading description, and most of your views are going to be coming from mobile, which means they're only going to see the first couple of words in your headline, and they're not even going to see the description. So really just focus on your headline, trying to call out to the type of subscribers that you want. So I could say something like attention entrepreneurs, or for entrepreneurs only, or digital marketing hacks delivered to you daily, or something like that. It doesn't have to be directly related to the content of your video. So we'd go ahead and put in a headline, a description, and then we'd go ahead and just name our ad. I'm just going to name this ad number 1. It's great to number your ads so you don't lose track. And then we'd go ahead and click save and continue. And once we click save and continue, after 24 to 48 hours, our campaign will be reviewed, and then it will be live at $2.50 a day. So definitely make sure you don't just set it and forget it, because Google will not give you a refund if your ads just keep running continuously. So once you've done all this, what's really great is you're actually going to be able to duplicate this campaign. So what I want to do now is just show you what you should do with the other $250, because we're doing a $5 a day plan. So you'd go through this process pretty much all over again, except instead of going to this audiences section, we're actually going to go to the placement section. And in the placement section, you're going to be able to choose channels and specific YouTube videos. So here, you want to look for 3 to 5 specific channels that you think are very similar to yours, and you'd add them here. So you just add them by URL or channel ID. You can look that up on YouTube. And what's important to note is if you're targeting channels, you would not have all of these settings checked. So we only want to have a campaign for the audiences Google gives us, and then we'll have another campaign for the channels that we want to target. And that is the $5 a day YouTube plan. The final step, step number 5, is just test, test, and test. So you'll continually go through this process over and over again as you find audiences that work and you find channels that work. And of course, the ones that don't, just go ahead and turn them off. It's no big deal. And eventually you'll be able to get subscribers for just a couple pennies per view.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative and actionable. If you got some value out of it, go ahead and hit that like button and then subscribe for more digital marketing tactics and strategies just like the ones covered in this video. Over on my channel, I'm documenting the entire process of what it takes to build an online business from scratch. And of course, growing your YouTube channel and using YouTube ads is just one small piece of that bigger picture of generating a full-time income online. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, comment below if you have any YouTube ads questions, and make sure you check out that full 54-minute tutorial, everything you need to know about the YouTube ads interface. So until the next video, keep building the business you love.